What is good, y'all? SGG family? It's your boy Smooth Got Gang back with another Pittsburgh Pirates rebuild video. And today we are finding out who our World Series opponent is. As yes, we are in Arlington, Texas, as it's the Texas Rangers taking on the Red Sox. And yes, this is actually Game 7. It actually did get bounced back. The Red Sox were up 3-1. The Rangers won the next 2 games, so they're back here at home in Game 7 with a chance to possibly winning in front of their home fans. So we're going to go through this highlight style here. We're going to go see who our opponent is. You guys really liked when I included these videos in past series, or included these gameplays. We're going to go CPU versus CPU just to see who wins these games here and see who we're potentially facing. Is Corey Seager gets the ball down in the gap, and he might be getting the run started early here. Throw's going to have to come in to the plate. Not in time. Seager getting the first early RBI there, and the Rangers are up 1-0 here in the first. And it might not be over here as Adolis Garcia right after him. As Tanner Hoek is up on the mound for the Red Sox as he gets him to pop this one out to center field. They go ahead and glove this one in, moving the runner up 90 feet, so he'll be over at third. Oh, actually, no, he stayed at second. Interesting. He didn't move up at all. Nathaniel Lowe, though, grabs this one on the ground over to second base. Throw goes over, and they got him to end the first inning there. So getting the scoring started early, 2 hits early to get a run across, and it actually stayed that way all the way into the 7th. It is still 1-0 cold win. The Rangers starter is still in the ball game here, almost 80 pitches through, as Lourdes Gurriel Jr. rounds this one up the middle for a base hit. Getting runs in has been something scarcely done. So, the hits have also been coming at a premium. So anytime there's a base runner on, we're surprised. And this one's going to be down in the gap, almost exactly like the first inning run. Corey Seager did it. Now Willie Adams trying to do his impression. As he gets this one down the line, it's going to be an RBI double. No? I guess they were able to get that one in quicker. Runner did not move up. So it's just a normal double, 1 out. Christian Arroyo has a chance to take the lead, though, if he can get this deep enough, as this is going to be in right field. It will get down for a base hit. So go ahead and get that one down. The runners will both move up. That'll tie the ball game. Shout out Arroyo getting the game tied up for the Red Sox. And they're going to go to the bullpen now and bring in Jonathan Hernandez. Not a great ERA, but a pretty good strikeout rate percentage, though. 1 inning, 40% strikeout rate. So that means I would guess then struck out 2 of the 5 batters that he ended up facing. But with an 18 ERA, that might not be who you want to bring in with the game on the line. 3-1 count here to Connor Wong. Watches that one in on the hands, bringing in Jaron Duran. Not a good batter to have with runners in scoring position, and he shows it again here as he lines out to first base. Almost got caught up in a double play there. Way to get back. But now we have Masataka Yoshida. Got bases loaded, 2 outs. You would hate to leave this inning without scoring at least the go-ahead run. At least one more here. 3-1. Gets called a strike on the outside. The umpire might have blessed that one and gave us a better at-bat. Full pitch here coming to Yoshida. Hernandez. Down low, and it gets called strike 3. Sinker on the black. I don't know from up here. It looked like that could have possibly went either way. Probably looked more on the side of a ball than anything, but they're able to go and get out of the bases loaded jam with 1 out, get the 2 outs, the line out and strikeout they needed. And they're going to go back to the bullpen and Josh Sorbs, former 2026 reliever of the year, to go ahead and shut this 8th inning down and hopefully get this game wrapped up here soon, as they need to find some offense too as well. They haven't found any since that early first inning against this Red Sox pitching. Kyle Tucker leading off the inning here as he swings through that slider in on the hands. It'll be a 1-1 count for him. Sorbs. Moonshot. That ball is long gone. Way out of here in the second decks. Kyle Tucker. 3rd home run of the postseason. Gives the Red Sox the lead. He left a mistake pitch up by the belt, and he made him pay for it. After Devers strikes out, Tristan Casas is up next with the 1-2 count to himself. He lines this right back at the pitcher as Josh is still out there. He gives up another base hit. So 2 of the 3 batters he's faced have gotten, I guess you could say, technically on base, even though one of them didn't stay on long. And now it's Guerrero. 2-2 count. He's 2 for 3 on the day. Swings and misses at that slider low and away. Looks like 2-1 might be where they go to lead this off as they go back to their bullpen, bringing in Griffin Cannon. Of course, we want to see some of these relievers that we might potentially face if the Rangers can make a comeback here. Because I really thought this was going to be wrapped up after game 5, honestly. And I was going to have to, a lot of y'all say it was game 7. I did not expect them to come back and win both these games. Like, I'd even fully recorded both games just in case they won. But Willie Adams launches a moonshot into the outfield, completing that RBI he didn't get earlier. His first home run of the postseason, coming here in a crucial spot for the Red Sox, increasing their lead up to 4-1. And the Rangers all of a sudden are grasping at straws here as it doesn't end there. Liner into the outfield, gets down for a base hit. Christian Arroyo trying to keep this thing going for as long as possible. Can anybody slow down this Red Sox offense right now? Cannon throwing the ball way out of the zone as Connor Wong is going to go ahead and walk down to first. And then after him, Duran, the first pitch that he will see right off the plate. So Cannon kind of pitching a little bit more cautiously here, trying not to leave anything over the zone as he's given up a home run already. 1-1 downstairs. That's a pretty good pitch to get a swing and miss on. 1-2. Popped it foul. Coming back with another 1-2 pitch here to Duran. That's going to be in the dirt. Do the runners move up? They will not. Staying put where they are here. 2-2. Chopping this one on the ground. Can the shortstop make the play on it? He goes over to second for the easy play, and they just barely get him, actually. If you don't get that one, you probably getting cussed out in the meeting. As you guys can see, they're going to go to their bullpen, bring in Trevor Stephen. Getting a look at the possible closer we might have to see. 5 games, 5-5 record, 0 ERA. Definitely the last person that I want to see come into a ball game. It looks like he comes in and shuts doors as he tries to do it here. Gets the strikeout down low. Nathan Lowe will come up right after him. First pitch that he'll see. Chopped on the ground right over to second base. Great diving attempt there. It's off the glove, though, and I don't think he'll have enough time. Won't even risk the throw. And now Josh Jung will have a chance here to at least get this inning alive, as they got a runner over at first base now. Can he make something magical happen here? 0-1. Chopped on the ground. This one's going to get right through the middle. Another base hit. And that'll at least bring us the tying run to the plate and hold on. From Mr. Shutdown to Mr. Make You Sweat Bullets, Trevor Stephen in a little bit of a jam here. First pitch out to Lady Tavares, as he has a chance to really break this game wide open for the Rangers and get them right back into this. Thankfully for Stephen, though, he pitches way better against lefties. Still have not even got a hit off him. And he's going to continue that trend here right now as this is going to center field. Should be deep enough to move the runner to third. The throw is going to go and come in. And actually no movement. So he's actually going to stay at second base here. So nothing going on there. Marcus Semien in. He will now represent the tying run. Can he keep the 2-out rally going here? Down to their final strike possibly. Be a ball outside. 2-2. Trevor, the throw in on the elbows. Sam Huff on the on-deck circle. 0 average runners in scoring position, but has a double today. So that could actually help out if we can get a walk here. Pop this one up. It's going to center field. Are the Red Sox going to the World Series? They will be. Your ALCS champions are the Boston Red Sox. As much as that hurts my heart to say, are the Boston Red Sox as they're going to take down the Texas Rangers. It took all 7 games to do it, but we will be facing off against the American League champion Boston Red Sox in the World Series. Red Sox, Pirates, red and blue, black and gold, and it's a series for the ages here. It's Dustin May and Shane Baz. We're going to get the World Series kicked off for both teams. Both phenomenal starters. But before we jump into it, why not go ahead and check out this Red Sox team really fast. Here's that lineup. Pretty strong all the way throughout. Duran, Yoshida, Tucker, Devers, Casas, Guerrero, Adams, Arroyo, and Wong. Some good averages here throughout, especially through the middle of the order, but not as much pop and power as we've been seeing from our bats. I mean, their best is 4 here by Guerrero, and he's their only one that really has over 2. Nobody else, everybody else is kind of at 1, a couple of 2s here. And as far as power goes, where we should be worried about in their lineup, outside of Devers having the 90, is Casas with the 80. But everybody else, even Tucker's only at like 70s. And it looks like they're weaker against left-handed pitching. So be on the lookout for our left-handed relievers and Nestor Cortez to have a big start. Now their pitching rotation is pretty good here. Shane, Paul, Garrett, Tanner, and Cutter. It looks like Paul's barely really played, and same thing with Cutter there, but we will be able to see both of them. This rotation isn't too bad. And then the bullpen, though, gave up a considerable amount of runs, but hasn't obviously pitched too much here. So it looks like their starters have been going deep into ball games. But we'll get a first chance here. I think this is the first time in the series we've actually gotten to play at Fenway Park. It took this many episodes, 42 episodes in before we finally play here. But the next two games, as we have game 1 and 2 set to come up here today, will be played right here in the beautiful city, I should say the ugly city as a Yankees fan, of Boston. As there was the postseason comparisons, we are 9-0 in the postseason. They're 9-3, 4.8 runs a game, 2.25 ERA. They're 3.9, 2.29. So we're slightly better in just about every category, but not enough to make this a decisive victory. This is still going to be a close World Series game, as Shane's 15 innings of work, a 1.29 ERA, will look to shut down our starting offense. You see, even our leadoff guy has as many home runs as theirs does. 4 home runs, 8 RBIs by Pete Crow, Armstrong. And he's getting this game started off with a liner in the left field going back towards the green monster. And you know we're going to be aiming for it. I'm not going to lie, I might have tried to aim for it a little too much. But we're going to be aiming to make things work off that green monster and utilize anything that we can. As Brian Reynolds will come up right after Crow. It's that first pitch out into the outfield. So let's start to work this count a little bit to get that pitch count off for Shane. And I told you we're using everything we can. That includes the short porch that's in right field. Automatic double. There's that one, gets down the line and bounces into the seats. And we'll have our first runner here. Taking the outside pitch, not waiting back on it, getting it a little early, and we're able to go ahead and dump that one right into the seats where he can't get there fast enough. As Santander will come up now with a runner in scoring position. Increased his average a little bit here recently. He's up to 182 now. As you remember, that thing was, I think, below 100 for a good minute. Him and Julian Cortez both. But here, 1-2 count from Shane. Swings and misses through the slider downstairs just a little early on it. Or I should say very early on it. And then Cortez grounds this one on the ground, a shortstop. You know he doesn't have much speed, so this is an easy throw over to first base. And they're going to clean us up without too much trouble. But now they've got to deal with our ace, Dustin May, who's fully rested after pitching game 4 of the NLCS. They took so long that he was able to get fully rested and go ahead and lead off the World Series for us, making his 4th start of this postseason. Will it be as good as the other 3 have been? And I'm surprised too, honestly, like when I go look at the awards and stuff like that, because we checked it out last time, that none of our pitchers, none of our starters are up there for MVP. I mean, I guess it's kind of hard when you're only playing, like I said, this is his 4th game in the whole postseason. And we played 9 though. I mean, it's a pretty good amount as we get the strikeout there down low, getting things started off early. And that's one thing that Dustin was doing in his last start like crazy. Hella strikeouts in the last game that he pitched in. And it's supposed to be a lineup that actually does better against righties than lefties. So I'm not too worried about Dustin though. He's a great starter. More so worried about when we get to Paul Skeens and Jared Jones. But we'll have to see that when we get to that. Luckily they'll be at home though, so maybe a little bit of home cooking will help them out as we get a ground ball over here to Hayes, as that throw will go over to first base, and we got him. Quick little 1-2-3 there for us. As we go back to the offense here, going all the way to the top of the 4th. Offense has been quiet here pretty much all day. No more offense from us, no more offense from them. As Reynolds with the 2-1 count here will get a knuckle curve that just barely breaks out of the zone. 2-2 counts. Gets a 4-seamer at the belt. This one's going to go towards left field, and we will play a little hopscotch with the green monster. As that thing going to bounce off, throw goes into second base, won't be in time. And Reynolds this time, instead of a 1-out double, it'll be a leadoff double. Anthony Santander will be up next. And he will just watch the 4-seamer at his shoulders basically go right past him. So it'll be up to Julian Cortez to try to be clutched in. He's got a 2-0 count. I would probably be afraid to pitch to him too as well, with the power that he's been known to have in the regular season. Although it hasn't showed up here in the postseason, and he gets the line out right there at the chest. And then O'Neal Cruz batting .500 this postseason. As y'all saw that pop up there with the 3-1 count to Cortez. Trying to make something shake here. 1-1 counts. Gets a ball in on the hands. It's a slider that's going to bloop over the head of the third baseman. We're going to go ahead and test it. We need this run early and quick, so we're going to go ahead and be risky with it, and we are in there. Reynolds just enough speed to go ahead and get into the base. We take a 1-0 lead, 65% chance of winning already, and we do have some speed over at first base. We'll have to see if Cruz wants to take off at all. He will here on the second pitch. Throw is going to go down to second base, and that will not be in time. Sliding in ahead of the tag. That is O'Neal Cruz getting us in the scoring position. It's Pete Alonso now with the runner in scoring position. 1-2 counts. Swings right over the top of it. Thought we might have got the check there, but at least we go ahead and get 1 run back. Take an early lead here. Then Tristan Casas gets a liner onto the right center field gap. We're going to have to go ahead and make this play happen quickly. So Pete Crow going to take lead on this one. Throw goes into second base. Not going to be in there in time as he's in there cleanly. They get a leadoff double now here right after ours. Well, I guess you can say like an inning later here in the bottom of the 5th. Can they capitalize on theirs too as well to go ahead and bring a run across? Junior chopping this one on the ground. 0-2 count to him now. Swings through the slurve on the outside. That's one of May's best pitches, bro. The slurve was working here today in full effect, especially because like a lot of these guys don't have really good vision. So we weren't afraid to throw this over the zone because we were getting plays like this. Adams going and grounding that one out to third base. Easy play over to first. And then Arroyo, you see we're coming right back to that slurve yet again. First pitch he sees. Flies this one out to Santander, who will go ahead and come in and grab that one for the final out of the 5th. We're actually going to stay with Dustin May now as he's been dominating here today. Gets a pop fly out here to Santander. He's going to go and make the play yet again to start off the 6th, the same way we ended the 5th. Jaron Duran, former 7th round pick, looking like one here. Oh, dang. I try to talk crash, and then he hits a base hit into the middle. So another hit for them giving up here, but that does not stop the fact that Dustin May has been absolutely fantastic here. 74 pitches here through 6 innings. Gets a ground ball up the middle. And might be starting to show a little fatigue now. As like I say, we are closing in on 75, almost 80 pitches here. Yoshida getting that base hit up the middle. And it'll be Kyle Tucker now. Runners at first and second with an opportunity here to really break this game open for them if they can tie this up or possibly take the lead here like they did against the Rangers. Unfortunately, Tucker pops this one up to Johnson. Infield fly rolls in effect, so we could low-key just let this drop if we wanted to. Not a chance, though. I wonder why they implemented that anyway. Like, what if I do decide to just drop? What if? Because I actually have seen highlights like that. We'll come back to the highlights that I've seen. Because right now we're about to see a highlight of a run scoring for the Red Sox as the throw will come in and be well behind the runner, Devers. RBI base hit for Boston. And he goes in and ties this ball game up. We're going to go to our bullpen and start to look to get somebody up here. I told you, watch out for the lefties. So Matt Strom is going to go ahead and get loose up there for me, just in case May cannot finish out this inning. I would love him to be able to, though. Liner goes out to Santander right over his head, and he will go and glove this one in. But yeah, like I was saying, I've seen plenty of highlights where people actually have dropped those infield fly rules, and it's like you just made the umpires look so silly for real because they called it thinking it was an automatic out, and that really could have been a base runner. So it's like, I really don't understand the point of, I guess, because it doesn't even save time. It's not like they just immediately call everybody gets the line back up and they just let it to the ground. They still got to catch it anyway. So it just seems so pointless to me. Maybe y'all can explain down below where it came from. But after the double by O'Neal Cruz, I said O'Neal Cruz. He ain't hit no double. He hit a home run. 2-run home run as Julian Cortez hit the double to lead off the inning. And then Cruz goes in and scores him and himself in 3 home runs in the postseason. That was 408 feet. The exit below really slow on that one, 99 miles per hour, compared to some of our other home runs that have all been in the hundreds and teens. But he does extend the lead for us back again. It is now 3-1 here for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and he just got a hold of that one completely. Absolutely demolished the home run, laid the bat down and everything. You can see the arc here. Nobody turned around. Nobody even looked at it. Pitchers frustrated. Fans are frustrated. And they're going to go to their bullpen, go ahead and bring in a new arm, Julian Merriweather. 7 games this postseason, 6 innings, 4.5 ERA though, so we'll have to see how he fares here. Averages are pretty low though against righties and lefties, both at 182. So we'll have to see what kind of numbers he's able to go ahead and put in here for us, as we are now at an 83% chance of expected winning percentage here in the top of the 7th with still no outs. We still got plenty of time to make this lead grow. As Pete Alonso is up in the on deck, or up at the batter's box now. Full count with a 3-2 listing as we swing through the slider. Getting the first out to be retired. And then Brian Hayes right back after him. Gets a ball on the ground for a slider. He'll chop this one easily over to Devers, who makes the play over to first. And just like that, it looks like we could be just going ahead and ending this inning out. Johnson, 1-0 count here. Breaks his bat off the slider. Can he beat this throw out, though, from Devers going over to first base, and he got him again. Somehow avoiding the bat, not even being scared at all. But they're going to stick with going to the bullpen here as Brees Wilson will now come in. 3 games, 2 2/3. Still yet to allow a run or even a hit in this postseason. You saw the averages for both were still at 0. So this is somebody that you probably do want in here in these situations to go ahead and get the game lowest. Henry Davis flies this one out to right or left center field. Back at the wall. That will hit off against the towering pole over the green monster. Henry Davis's 5th home run of the postseason, leading both our team and their team. As that is a long fly ball, 412 feet, hitting off the, like, what is that, a tower signal pole thing? Whatever it is, it got hit off of it. Left the ball up on a little bit too much of the zone, just goes down and grabs it. This one not a no doubter like Cruz's, but it just kept carrying. And you can see right there where it makes contact there on the lower end of the, oh, it's a light pole. Okay, lower end of that light pole out there. As it goes ahead and it gives us the lead extended 4-1 here. We're still not done as we get a base hit here by Pete Crow Armstrong, getting that into the outfield. Great play by him too as well. Reynolds now with nobody on, tons of speed at first base, but he's going to go ahead and stay put, chop this one on the ground. That'll sneak its way through. Man, if we were stealing there, we probably would have been able to go ahead and, actually I probably would have took the pitch though. I got to do more hit and runs with Armstrong too as well. That's going to be a line drive out to left field. That's going to get down for a base hit. You already know we're sending Armstrong home. That's too much speed, and he's in there standing up. Doesn't even have to slide. It is now 5-1 thanks to Anthony Santander and Brees Wilson after not giving up even a single hit in the postseason. Has yet to even get a single out in this inning. They went ahead and switched up to the new pitcher here, Jalen Beeks. As Julian Cortez runners at first and second for him. Can he join the hit party yet again? He's 1 for 3 on the day. Gets one by the chest. It's going to be a line drive out to right field. That's going to go ahead and get down and hit up against the base of the wall. So no automatic double. We send one home, but Santander doesn't have enough speed for me to try 2. Probably could have got there, though, with that terrible throw. But we do increase it now. It's a 6-1 ball game. Still no outs here as Cruz can really break this game open. Even a sac fly, even 2 sac flies here will still get us up to 8. But a home run would be beautiful as he gets a 4-seamer upstairs. That's right, the center fielder, though. He doesn't even have to move for this one. And that'll be the sac fly that we need here. Throw's going to come into the plates. Not in time to get the runner at home or in time to get the runner at third base. If they had cut it off, they probably would have had Cortez going over there. But it's a 7-1 ball game now. Alonso 2-2 count. Runner still at third base as he watches that cutter off the plate. Full now for a 3-2. Gets a circle change upstairs. That's going to the right center field gap. Going back towards that little corner. Oh, that's more than enough room. That's that one. If that's a straight wall, I think we actually get a home run there. They are lucky that thing dips back to 420. And now we absolutely blew the game open, man, after we were able to go ahead and make it an 8-1 ball game. We're still not done here. Still 2 outs. Brian Hayes goes and gets a base hit in the outfield. Tamar Johnson is up next with the 1-2 count here. As he will start to be a little bit more patient here. Jalen Beeks already near 20 pitches here in this inning, and finally the Pirates bats are done getting him to swing and miss. We're actually going to change pitches here. Then they come out and tell me about a rain delay. So now I got to play this smart. Last time we did this, we definitely messed it up and said one more fresh arm by accident. This time we're going to go ahead and go with the keep current pitcher since we've already went ahead and scheduled him to come in. And Matt Strom is in the game. 2 games, 2 innings pitched, 4.5 ERA. But we're going to look to go ahead and get all of that down here as we just need him to get the last 6 outs for us if he can. And since this offense is already weaker against lefties, it should be a very good matchup for us to go and get out of here. Connor Wong chopped this one on the ground at Johnson. He will make the play on this one easily over the first. Roman Anthony coming in here as a pinch hitter as they go ahead and get that liner over there to first base as well. And then Masataka Yoshida, he's 1 for 3 on the day. He chops the cutter away foul, comes back with yet another one. Popping this one out to center field. Armstrong's going to go ahead and get underneath it and make the play. Sticking here with the pitching as we didn't score anymore. Like I said, we were done and retired for the day. We just got to get these last 3 outs, and we would have stolen the game on the road, meaning that we can get an elimination game at home, even if Boston wins tomorrow. It would just be game 5 instead of game 4. Tucker watching that slider go low and away. Coming back with the 1-2. 4-seamer's not able to do anything with that. Looks like he's being very patient here, trying to work his way on base, but we get the strikeout that we needed. And then it'll be Rafael Devers right after him. 1-2. Watching that one down low. He's trying to be patient as well, and he gets called looking there upstairs. Back-to-back Ks with our two best hitters. Now we just got to get Casas to go sit down, and we'll be all done here for the day. 0-1 pitch coming in. Popped up towards the foul territory seats. So we'll run it back here. 0-2. Chopped on the ground. Johnson going to give chase, and he will not be able to get that one, so it's going to be a base hit. Thought we was going to be able to get out of that 1-2-3, but not quite that easy. Lourdes Guerrero Jr. It's going to take a long 2-out rally to make this one tight, so we're not even stressing at the least bit. Not even sweating at all. Popping that one up. It's 1-2 now. Trying to look to aim for this one low and away, as that one's going to get a little bit lower than we wanted. Be taking for ball 2, so let's come right back for the same location, and this time we nail it. Call strike 3 there as we get the 3 strikeouts that we needed to go ahead and walk away with this victory, man, as that is a great performance from Matt Strom and the offense in general. I'm surprised, or I'm happy with everybody's performance. Dustin May gave me great 7 innings of work. The offense finally producing runs. You know, we scored 8 here today. That's probably the most I think we had in one game in a while. In this postseason, a lot of them have been very close, very pitcher heavy, but today 12 hits as a squad. Really proud of the offense for finally coming alive. Cruz 2 for 3, a home run, 4 RBIs in today's game, scoring over half the team's runs today. And then just overall whelming performance from the offense. You see Reynolds also with 3 hits here today. So he led the way with that. Multi-hit games from Cruz, Cortez, Armstrong. Only goose egg here today was Pete Alonso, which is okay. He did still have an RBI, but had 3 strikeouts today, so lowering that average a little bit. But shout out to the team, man. 2 doubles there from Reynolds, getting up to 7 in the postseason. Cruz is up to 3 doubles in the postseason with his 2. Or not Cruz, Cortez. Cruz is up to 8 RBIs. Davis has 10. Cortez was 4. Santander with 5. Then Dustin May, 7 Ks, 4 hits in his 7 innings of work. And then Strom, 2 innings, 3 strikeouts, which all 3 came in the 9th inning, lowering the ERA down to a 2.25 now for him. So now go ahead and get us into game 2 in Boston, where now we will go ahead and try to keep this lead moving. As you can see, the streets are lined up with Red Sox signages and everything, trying to get the fans to come out today to will their team to a victory after yesterday's performance was kind of lackluster. Able to go ahead and knock up 8 runs, 12 hits as a team. Is the field bouncing like a speaker? Am I the only one that sees that, y'all? Maybe it's my eyes glitching. But I see the field is over there bouncing. That's how much noise is in this stadium right now, making huge noise for Paul Blackburn, making his 2nd start in the postseason. He's only got 1 start, and it did not go too well for him at all. 5 innings. A 90 ERA tells me probably around like 3 or 4 earned runs was given up. But he's got to go against the offense that just dropped 8 last game. Hey, more power to you. Pete Crow Armstrong back up to bat again. 233 after yesterday's game. Can he go ahead and get us a leadoff hit this time, as that'll be chopped in the ground foul? Trying to start this game all strong, if we don't mind here. We ain't seen a home run from you in a while. This would be a great time to hit home run number 5 as he swings through the sinker, though. As the Boston fans finally have something to cheer about after last night. It was crazy. But y'all remember that thing started out because Brian Reynolds was lining them doubles as that one gets snagged in by Devers. Good job by him. They're already doing better than they were left yesterday as Santander chops this 2-2 ball on the ground. Shift works in his favor. Throw goes over to first base as they got him. And I'll leave it up to our lefty Nestor Cortez Jr. We know this lineup struggles with lefties, and making his 3rd start here in the postseason. 16 innings of work. He's already looked good already up until this point and looked like a strong candidate. Imagine if we had Tariq Skubal too, bro. We actually probably would have ran a 5-man rotation because this is looking so elite for us. So I don't even know if we would have had time to get all 5 people in. As Kyle Teal now in the lineup here. Looks like they switched up the lineup a little bit with the lefty coming in, getting somebody maybe that's a little bit better at hitting lefties here. Left on left matchup, though, is kind of crazy to go ahead and start off the lineup, especially with the vision, contact, and power that he's got. 1-2 count, chopped on the ground, foul. Not able to do anything with that. Cortez going to line it back up. And Cortez is a guy that's not going to get too many strikeouts. He's not really big on striking dudes out. He's mostly just kind of put the ball in play. And that can lead to some problems sometimes when he's trying to get guys to swing and miss because they don't ever chase his stuff. But he's great at doing this, though. Nice easy pop-up behind Alonso over near the seats where he was going to take that one in, actually right by the tarp on the full count there. Then Masataka Yoshida. And his 0-1 count will chop this on the ground to Alonso again, getting some more work in. touches the base there. They're going to get out number 2. And then Kyle Tucker on the 0-1 pitch as well. Pops this one out to Reynolds. We'll go ahead and just take 2 steps over thanks to the shift and glove that in. So it's a pretty clean inning. 1, 2, 3 for both sides. So we go ahead and go to the top of the second to show off more of the offense here that yesterday was going crazy stupid. But here today kind of getting locked down by Paul Blackburn. We're looking to kind of get and jump on him early here, but it's not really working too well in our favor as we get 2 back-to-back ground balls here. The first baseman will take that one himself and just barely beat Cruz. And leaving it up to Pete Alonso, who has 2 home runs, 3 RBIs in his last 8 games. Batting 143, had a terrible game in game 1, but game 2 is a different day. That ball is long gone out of here. Solo home run over the green monster. That might have left the yard. I didn't see that ball again after he made contact. 3rd home run of the postseason. Already half of his total in his last 8 games. As sometimes those pop-ups be letting y'all know what's about to happen. It's like an omen. It was a bad omen for the pitcher, showing that little statistic before the hit. But you can see this one perfectly timed up right at the thighs. No diddy. As we go ahead and hit that one a long ways out. And yeah, that one looks like it just about left the yard. So an easy ball there to go ahead and get us back in the lead here early 1-0. Because I think we've scored like the first run in almost every single one of our postseason games. This is game 11. So I think all 11 we've scored the first run. Now here we have a full count here. So that's going to be a line drive ball down going in the gap. And it'll bounce up into the seats. Brian Hayes moving his way into second base after that double. Great way to move things along here is now we have Tamar Johnson. Trying to get things connected back again for us. 1-0. Haven't seen him be clutch in a good minute here. 2-2 counts. Or 2-0 count. I looked at the fact that he's batting 222. That boy got 2s all over the place and he grounded out 2. The shortstop as we were only able to get 1 run there. We're going to jump to the top of the 4th here. Cortez coming back up for us. The same 3 set to do up here 2 innings later. Cortez, Cruz, and Alonso. As Cortez strikes out. Cruz right behind him with that 5.3 WAR from the season. Gets a chopper on the ground and he will go ahead and get down. And so far, we're replicating what happened in the second. And Alonso's actually got a 3-1 count. This could be dangerous. Can we fully replicate it? Blackburn closing in on 60 pitches here for the day. They won his autograph in the seats. As it looks like he might be able to go ahead and sit down. Alonso, all you got to do is throw that low and away slider. But instead, he throws the cutter at the chest. That's going to be a long fly ball in the left field. And that's off the light post. His 2nd home run of the ball game. From 2 home runs in his last 8 to 2 home runs to date. 4th home run of the postseason. 393 feet. And I told you it was a bad omen to show them 2 home runs in the last 8. He got angry by that. Getting this one right at about belt stomach length. Perfectly timing that one up to go and take that one over the green monster. And that ball was well up the light pole too. Not even low on it. That's well out of here. 75% win percentage here early in the 4th. As now Brian Hayes will go ahead and back that up. And the first pitch he sees, he wants to get into the home run party as well. Solo home run leaving the yard is Brian Hayes. 3rd home run this postseason as that one left the entire park. 403 feet up out of here quickly with that 102 exit velo. And that gives us a 3-0 lead now off of back-to-back home runs. Been a minute since we've seen the back-to-backs. And that one was long on. He just straight up knew it. Flipped the bat out the way. And now let's see if we can get more runs here. Johnson, you want to make it 3? Blackburn is tired. 61 pitches through and he's already on yellow energy. I'm surprised they're going to keep him in after we get this base hit by Johnson. Now you got to think they have to have somebody coming in, right? Wrong. They're going to go ahead and keep Blackburn out there. They're going to try to get him through this 4th if possible. Henry Davis, though, will come up here with Johnson on base, lining this one out to left field, and that'll be gloved in, though. So Blackburn will at least make it through the 4th inning there, but now Cortez with a 3-0 lead, and he's been cruising up to this point. We have to see if he keeps it that way as we get Tristan Casas to go ahead and strike out on that slider. I'm sorry if I'm butchering their names. I'm not really, though. I'm a Yankees fan, so I hope I butcher all these names low-key. But Rafael Devers will be up next as he lines this one right to Cruz over the outstretched glove. That's kind of a little bit of a lazy effort, but, I mean, we'll love to go ahead and catch that one for the out, but let that base hit go ahead and sneak its way through. Lourdes. The first pitch he sees was Devers after the on base or the base hits. We fly out to Santander for the out in right field. Had some very strong performances here, pitching and hitting wise, especially here recently. So I love the way this team is looking, and it's looking like this World Series could be ours. We might be able to go home to Pittsburgh with 2 elimination chances in front of the home fans. If we can win this game, we'll be going back home with a 2-0 lead, only needing 2 more to go. But only Willie Adams will want to spoil that. It is a long ball over the green monster, and he's got it out to 2-run home run, his second of the postseason. As that ball was long gone. Oh, I wouldn't even say long gone. That ball was 371 feet. That weak home run, that probably didn't even leave the ballpark. I'm low-key surprised it even got over the green monster. But it does give them some hope here. It is now a 3-2 ball game, one of the closest they've been, actually, since they tied up the ball game yesterday. This is the closest they've been in a couple innings to ever having the lead here. And we're going to look to go ahead and keep it that way as Cortez. If he can go ahead and close out this 5th inning and get us out of here, that would be great work. Now, he's got a low pitch count here, so we're not worried about taking him out just yet as long as he can get back on track here. Great line drive to Alonso, making that work over at first base. Now they're going to go to their bullpen, bring in Lucas Giolito. 2 games, 3 innings of work, 6 ERA. That lefties are crushing him, and we got some lefties in this lineup. He's going to have to see Santander, Johnson, Cortez, Cruz. We're back in this middle part of the order again. 2 innings later again, in the 6th this time, as Cortez looking to try to get a little bit of a better start. I mean, both times he's kind of gotten out. Last game, he was 2 for 4 with 2 doubles. Can he go ahead and do something here today? Like a double. That's going to be a ball hit into left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. There we go. Starting off a little bit different. Hopefully that doesn't change the outcome. I would love another home run. As Alonso is in the on-deck circle, Cruz has a 3-1 count, so we'll have to see if they even decide to pitch to him. As that 4-seamer was left right at the thigh. We've got a taller strike zone here, so we have to look at the up top range, and that we will. That ball is way out to left field, and it is not going to leave the park, but it will be a 2-run shot. His 4th of the postseason, 412 feet on that one, as that ball was in the upper range of his batter. I almost call it batter's box. Outside of his little box, therefore, it's not, or like I've always said, though, Cruz has one of the taller strike zones I feel like in the game. I haven't played with too many people in the game because I've only been doing the series, but it's got to be up there because it is so expansive because he just stands straight up that oftentimes those pitches I would have took and it'd be called strike 3. So that time I decided to swing and just say, whatever with it, but it ended up getting enough power behind it to turn it into a home run. And it actually helped us out there to go ahead and get the lead 5-2. Now here in the 7th inning, we go ahead and actually extend things forward, showing more of this offense. Crow Armstrong is able to get the double there in left field. They're going to go to their bullpen and bring in Jalen Beeks, though. 8 games, 6 in the 3rd. ERA is pretty high, so let's go ahead and look to jump on that. And the first man he's going to face off against is Brian Reynolds. Runner still at second base for us. And the very first thing he does is get right into a 2-1 count. Here's we're going to steal off for second base. Pete's in there easily. And that puts us in a situation where a sac fly could score across a run, and that's exactly what we get here. Deep out the right field, and that will go to be gloved in. He might as well go in and just walk home and just throw it, just go to the cutoff man and not even go to the plate. It is now 6-2 Pirates. You're going back to the bullpen, bringing in Julian Merriweather once again. Try to slow down our offense here. Keep us right at this 6-2 game here. Top of the 8th. Still no outs here, though. As Julian Cortez is up with a full count now. 3-2. Watching that one inside on the hands. So Merriweather comes in immediately giving up a walk. And it gets right into a 3-1 count against Cruz, where he will throw this one upstairs, where he get the last home run, but a little bit higher this time. Another walk. And then Pete Alonso already 2 for 3. 2 home runs. Gets the pitch to hit there right at the chest. Instead goes down low and gets the four-seamer deep out the center field. And that will go to be gloved in. Try to test the arm here a little bit as Cortez rethinks that one and heads on back before he's thrown out there. Runners will stay at first and second. Still only one out here. And then Hayes grounds this one over to third base. Throw from the second baseman will launch over the head of the first. That one goes into the dugout. It's an E4. A bad time for a defensive mishap here. Devers getting the ball, playing it cleanly over to second. And that ball is just flown into the dugout. As now we have that runner across, and then Johnson chops this one on the ground. Can the second baseman redeem himself? And he will. But not before we have a 7-2 ball game. And we're going to turn things over to Jose Hernandez. And yes, you see that INF. Infinity is this man's ERA, as he has not recorded a single out but given up, I think, like 2-3 earned runs. We'll have to check after the game. Let's see how many outs we can get here and get that down a little bit. That's a little bit better. First out of the postseason is a strikeout on Adams there. And then Wong base hit up the middle, though. I had a 5-run lead here, so I felt pretty comfortable letting Hernandez pitch, especially because we know they're worse against lefties. So this could be a great opportunity for him to shine here as we get the fly ball out to Santander. As this throw goes a little bit wild. Cruz backing it up, though. And then Kyle Till leading off. Chops this one on the ground to Cruz, who will go ahead and throw this one over easily to first base. And that'll end the 8th inning for them as they go ahead and bring in Brees Wilson. He already jumped up a little bit after last game, so I understand. But I don't know why they're bringing him in here to try to hold this down. They probably should have left Merriweather out there. As the first thing Wilson does is give up a solo home run. Henry Davis will leave the park as he now goes yard again for his 6th time this postseason. Don't forget, this is our 9-hitter. Remember when we won the World Series with the Reds? Tyler Stevenson, our catcher, our 9-hitter, was one of our best hitters, hitting over 300, hitting for power. And Davis does the same thing. Now, not quite at 300, but he does hit for a little bit more pop. In this postseason, he's been fantastic and calling great games behind the plate. As we go to the bottom of the 9th now, after we get that 8-2 insurance run, Yoshida flies out to Armstrong on the first pitch he sees for out number 1. And then Kyle Tucker here with 1 out. He will go ahead and have a chance here to go ahead and make something shake here. 0-1. Watching that ball downstairs will even it back up. Swings through the four-seamer in on the hands. Can we get the strikeout to go ahead and get 2 down here? Upstairs as he goes right through it. Hernandez looking pretty strong today. Only 1 hit given up, 5 outs down, 1 more to go. As it'll be Tristan Casas trying to be their last hope. Out the center field, Armstrong settles underneath it on the warning track. And it's a 2-0 series lead here for your Pittsburgh Pirates. As we take things back to PNC Park. 2 games away from being World Series champions. The mission is almost complete. We might have a chance to do it and do it in front of our home crowds. Great all-around performance from the starters, from the bullpen, from the bats again. 12 hits yesterday and 8 runs, 11 hits and 8 runs today. Great start there from Nestor Cortez Jr. 7 innings, 4 strikeouts given up. So, I mean, not a whole lot of strikeouts, but only 3 hits and 1 walk allowed. Offensive day here today. 2 hits from everybody in the bottom of the order. Alonzo, Hayes, Johnson, Davis. Offers for Reynolds and Santander. But overall, a strong performance here today. Hayes got his first double. Home runs by Cruz, Hayes, Davis, and 2 for Alonzo. Gives Alonzo 4 with 5 RBIs. Cruz has 10 RBIs, Reynolds with 9, Davis with 11, and Hayes with 4. Armstrong stealing his 4th bag here today, too, trying to use a little bit of that speed a little more often for us. And then Jose Hernandez, 2 innings, 2 Ks, only 1 hit given up. So that ERA dips down to a 22.5 from that INF. So, I mean, I think you'll probably have another chance to maybe play 1, if not 2 more games then. Get that a little bit lower than 22.5, hopefully. As we go and go back to Pittsburgh, man, we have a 3-game set here, man. Jared Jones, Paul Skeens, Dustin May coming back up. As they have Shane coming back up too, as well as 2 other pitchers that we haven't seen either. So I have to see if they keep theirs a 4-man or 5-man rotation, or if they go down to a 3. But I did want to check this. 3 whip, 2 strikeouts. He ended up giving up 5 runs in his no outs. So 2 innings there to go ahead and help balance that out just a little bit more for us. I can't believe I let him stay in that long to get 5 earned runs. I don't even remember what game that was in now. I let him stay in far too long. And then here goes the MVP leaders. Davis is on top, 368, 6 home runs, 11 RBIs. Reynolds and Cruz behind him with only 4 home runs apiece. Averages are slightly lower, 340, 325. So it's looking like it's Davis's to win right now. As long as he keeps up the strong play next time out at PNC Park, we will see the 2 rookies as we will get games 3 and 4 popping. Paul Skeens, Jared Jones. I know they're not rookies anymore, but our 2 young arms going and coming in and facing it. And we have to go up against Garrett Whitlock in game 3, who looks like a strong contestant, but does have an L. So let's go ahead and make it 2. Catch you guys in the next video, man. It's your boy SGG, aka the King of Games, aka Smooth Got Game, aka GM Smooth. And the mission is almost complete. The next episode could be the finale. We might even do one more episode after the finale, but it could end up with us having a ring. So I'll catch you guys in that next one. I'm gone for the day, and I'll catch you guys later.